This is the card we're going to be doing today. Isn't it sweet? This is a combination of a few sets. In the moment, I've used this stamp, and Scenic Wonders, I've used this stamp for in the background and on the inside and on the envelope. And then I used Thinking of You from the Garden Meadow. Now you can use whatever verse, like salutation, you want. You don't have to use Thinking of You. And I've used the Countryside Corners dies and the third largest, or 1, 2, 3, fourth smallest, but I would think third largest would be easier to remember. Now I've used this paper, the Countryside Inn DSP, and I've used a teeny tiny piece from the Zoo Crew and a teeny tiny piece from Lighter Than Air. And I'm telling you, it's a teeny tiny piece because I got 2 of them out of there. So, and I used this side. So we will get going. I did this lines. That is DSP from the Zoo Crew. Well, I'm changing it up this time, and I'm doing polka dots. And this is from the pillows. I stamped them and cut them out, and they're from the Lighter Than Air. And I did 2, like the Misty Moonlight of the dye, and then I did the white of the dye. Oh, I just dropped my cloud template that we need. Okay, now get this up here so it's out of my way and I know where it is. Oh, famous last words. Okay, that's where I stamped the pillow, and it goes that way. There, that's her feet. See, her feet are right there. So I have to cut that little tiny piece out, and then these 2 pieces up here out. And this one, there's her feet. So I have to cut around her butt and the rest of her feet. And I need to get my scissors out because I have to hide them. There we go. So I'm just going to finish going around the feet. And I'm going I don't want to cut her toes so short that they don't look normal. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it like that, and we'll get it. I have this finished so that I can just, but I will show you how I did it on another piece. But I think I like this better than this. I don't know, for some reason it just looks different. So I'm just gonna go like this, go like this, cut that, and then I have the other piece What did I do with it? Yes, me. Lose my head if it wasn't attached. It was right here. Oh my goodness. Well, before I lose this, I am going to glue this on. Get my little glue bottle. But I will show you how I did this. Because it's important that you know that. There we go. Now, put that aside until I find, there it is, this. Now, I've got to cut this off of the feet. Now, I will glue this on. You could just color this in, but I thought, why not make a pattern? It's got, if you have any DSP with a small pattern, why not cut it out and use it? You don't have to. Like I said, you don't have to, but this is just something that I thought would... It's not the one I wanted. Yep, that's the way it goes. I thought this would look different and unique. And it's just not every day. Like that. Doesn't that look so nice? I think that looks lovely. So I'm just going to put it up there and get this back to where it was, because you don't need to see that now. Get a few things out of the way while I work on a few things here. So we're going to put that aside, and that aside, and that aside. And now we're just going to work on, this is a 5.5 by 8.5 with a normal score at 4 1/4, but you also scored at 2 1/8, so it's a Z-fold. Easy peasy, not hard. All the directions are in the oh goodness, the sizes and everything that I cut this at are listed in the video. So how's everybody doing tonight? We have been busy here. It's been crazy. Trying to do all kinds of things. I want to do a larger garden this year, so it's just finding stuff. I want to learn how to start seedlings. So I've got to get some heat lights and shop lights, I think they said was sufficient. You don't need the grow lights because they're more expensive, and shop lights work just as well and they're a lot cheaper. So I gotta find shop lights. I gotta find a rack to put the shop lights on, and the heating mats. And oh yeah, I've been combing the internet lately just to find out and kind of come up with a list of the stuff I want to put in the garden. And I want Bill to build me a raised garden bed, more than what we already have. We have at the back of our house we have a hill, and we got the landscaper to dig that out and put in kind of like steps, and they're planters, so that we can plant a flower garden, or we could plant a vegetable garden, which is exactly what I wanted. So, but you need flowers too, but not as many flowers as vegetables and herbs. So I want to start growing things that some things that you can't find here in Canada growing. Like, places don't grow certain things to sell. So to get it, then I have to grow it myself. So now, where did I put that? Here. There, that's what I want. So I'm going to take this Scenic Wonder, and I'm going to get out my green, and I'm going to stamp it on the bottom of this. Goodness, I got glue there because my glue bottle was stuck up there. So that is done. Now I just need the envelope. There we go. And stamp this on my envelope. That's done. I can put this away for a few minutes. Now, well, I did have a piece of paper here. Why don't I just glue this on here so that it's done, and then I can continue on. Now I'm using my black marker, and I haloed that, so I'm going to put birds there. I'm going to glue this one down. On these. This is Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue. Pretty combination. So now, where did that piece of paper go? I had a piece of paper like this. And I know it was in there because I just put it in there. There it is. It got moved with my mask. Now, this is 2 3/8 by 2.5. This is 2.5 up and down. So you want to make sure it's taller than it is wide. So I just measured. It's 2 3/8. So that's the way I want it. And get out my lady from In the Moment. Now you're going to have a better way of doing this because you're not doing it from a way. I don't want to get my head in the way. But I like to bring in something dark so that I can see where this edge is. Because if it's white on white, I cannot see. I hope you can, but I personally cannot see. And I'm making sure that my toes are in, and I don't want it too high up. I want to get the bottom on. That's awesome. So what I did is I took my marker and I just brought these across. And then I brought this across. And I will straighten them out when I color them in. And I color them in with the marker. I do a little bit along the edge, and then I flip it over and I do the rest this way. Very lightly so that I don't go outside the lines. Like that. So I'm not going to do this all because you do not need to see that. Now I'm going to bring in my mask. This is a large Post-it note. And I stamped it on there. I left the little on the bottom here, and then I cut it out so that I can do my, put that aside, I don't want that one. This is what I want. My green. And I want this Scenic Wonder. And I want the bottom of the trees along this line. And I'm going to have to do this way because otherwise I can't see it. Like that. And when you do the marker, the black marker, that will cover up all the green that's there. You won't see that. But before I do that, then I'm going to come in, not coming in, with my green down here so that I have green grass in the picture. like that she's looking out a window, and what she's seeing, I need the green grass for. So I'm going to put that aside. And next I'm going to bring out my Balmy Blue. Put that aside. And I'm doing my blending brush. There. And I kept this on while I did the lines to make it easier to go over. Just easier to come up to them. Like that. And then I peeled this off. And there you have that. Put this aside. Okay, so I did Azure Afternoon, light and dark, and I just did the outline. And the details from the designer of the stamp, do all those lines. And then I filled it in by swirling. Just going in circles. Aren't they pretty? I love those pants. Then I did the shirt the same way, exact same way, with the bubble bath. I did her flesh. There's flesh back here. There's flesh here. And there's her feet. And this is the Petal Pink light. Just like that. And I showed you how to do the sill where I say it's a cushion she's sitting on. And then I got a light pecan pie, and I came here and I colored it in. So it looks like it's a wood window sill that she's looking out. So this is the wood part that she's sitting on. And I did that in the marker, the lines here and there. It's just a line there, and I glued that piece in there, and I glued that, and the hair was SU 500 and SU 600, and with the 600 I just did the lines because it's darker. Some lines here and there, and then I just filled in with the SU 500. There. Then I took the Melon Mambo light and I colored in the coffee cup. And I colored in that hair clip. And then I had my finished image, which looks like that. So now I'm just gluing this in the center of this. And this Thinking of You, I stamped in the Misty Moonlight, and then I just fussy cut it out. If I can see my tweezers, there they are. I knew they were here someplace. And then I just put it down here. And I made sure it was straight, like that. And I am going to hit it with this because I have glue on my fingers. Just like that. I love my embossing buddy for that particular reason. Okay, get rid of those. I can get rid of this. And now we're going to bring this in and we're going to guesstimate where the center is. You can measure it if you want. I think it's 3/8 on that side and 3/8 on that side. I figured it out. And 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch, not quite 1/2 inch. So it's pretty well in the right place, but I've got to put it back there. Not the easiest thing to do. Oh. But if I go like this, 3/8 of an inch, then it's there. And then I kind of go like this. And if it's close to 1/2 inch, I'm going to be good. Make sure it's flat, straight. And then rub it so that it doesn't move. And now this is where it comes a little bit trickier. So I'm going to have to get this so that it covers it, just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay back from the halfway point. So that I don't have a problem. And if I get this end straightened and then I straighten up that end before I put it down, but I don't want any of it showing, and then just go like that. Then come across here and make sure there's nothing, no ink showing there, because otherwise I would have had to get rid of the ink. And then I can put that down. And I think I'm going to do this. I thought I had done it, but I don't know. It just keeps looking like I didn't do a very good job. So now I have to get my glue dots and my ribbon and my fork. And I'm using about 8.5 inches, something like that. You can use more if you want. It's totally up to you. It depends on how long you want your ribbons on the bow, the streamers like. And then you pull it in the direction that you want it to go. There. Now grab my ribbon scissors and then pull this one down to match it. There. Now what I'm going to do is going to get one there, and I'm going to do one on the ribbon. Oops, I didn't get it. Didn't think I had. There we go. And then I'm coming in like this and pressing down. Now I'm just going to get my pokey tool, because that's just easier. Well, there it is. And I'm going to put this one there. Now, like, you could have it coming down here or wherever you want it. You just put it where you want it. Now I gotta roll this up and put it away before I lose the clip. And now I'm going to get out my rhinestones. And get my take your pick tool. And I'm taking off, there's one right there. I don't know where that came from. It must have fallen out. Okay, I'm just going to put a little dab of glue there. That's why it fell out, because it didn't have any glue on it. Glue piece is someplace. There it is. I have glue on my fingers, but it must have been stronger than the glue on there. And I'm going to put this one up here. And I'm going to find my black marker, and I'm going to put a few birds in the sky. There we go. So what do you think? And there's my envelope. Put this away. There we go. Please let me know what you think of this card. If you like, could like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. That would be wonderful. The liking and commenting helps it with the algorithm. That just helps grow the channel, which I would appreciate so much if you would help me out in that department. Thanks so much for being here. I truly appreciate you spending your time with me on this day. Thanks. Bye now.